Welcome to Little Nightmares, where nightmares are anything but little. Nightmares are dreams that we experience which occur involuntarily during sleep, whether it be a series of thoughts, images, and sensations that instill negative emotions such as anxiety and fear. Forthwith, we will follow our main girl 6, a girl wearing a yellow raincoat, as she traverses the world of Mo, aimlessly wandering and completing obstruse puzzles. Slowly inching herself across, utmost caution must be taken as the mystery that lies within can lead to unfruitful outcomes. Six's quest is to slowly unfold the world that surrounds her, from the deepest depths of Mo all the way to its ominous summits, a place shrouded as what seems to be a never-ending restless dream. Throughout the journey, she will stumble across even tinier creatures than herself named gnomes. They appear as very adorable little creatures that scattered all over the plain. Gnomes are but a remnant of what once was, unpredictable in their ways. Some tend to be affable while some lose themselves. Through the earliest stages, you'll slowly learn to properly traverse the landscape and how to interact with the world, similarly to the ones in your dreams. When you find yourself aware of that fact, you start to inquire about the right questions. How did it happen? Well, you're dreaming. Oh, then what's around me? Why am I sitting around with these people? Why can I not see their faces properly? Why do they seem hostile to me? Why do I know they want me confined? You are accompanied by your never-dying lighter at the darkest of most bowels, while light is all but a dream. As you slowly confirm yourself, you'll meet one of the first adversaries, the janitor, a midget with lanky arms. It will be an ordeal to escape his grasp, but once you do, another will take its place, but this time it'll keep coming back. For the first time since you've arrived, you'll feel the sensation of hunger. Hunger that makes you just want to consume. Amid those tough times, there will be those who are sent to us waiting for our call. However, not all that appears bright is that of light, a lesson to be remembered. This fragment of false hope is even more deceptive, as what it seems to be isn't so. Now, it seems that those who look the part are better, seeing as what their nature is every bit seen in the flesh. Our Six's encounter at the hands of the chef is in every sense the word grotesque, as she herself is starting to crave something more. The two chefs appear to be hideous in form and have faces ripped of their flesh whose purpose serve more as a mask rather than an actual face. One recurring theme is that these creatures only exhibit hostility towards us, further solidifying that we aren't in the least bit welcome. The puzzles we underwent throughout the chapters symbolizes that though no matter what problems we find ourselves confined to, there will always be a way out. I find the world of Mo to be a good representation of what the human nature is and how easily it can be susceptible to corruption. That if you choose to give it an inch, it'll cost your entire life. One interesting characterization of corruption is that looking outside in, it's as if everyone in it is masked by never-ending joy and fulfillment, totally hiding what lies beneath. As we proceed with what lies beyond, it's made obvious that all the rocking across that we continually experience was now answered. We're in a ship. Moving on, we're greeted by a figure whose at first glance seemed to exhibit elegance shrouded in mystery, as if an entity looking down on its subjects overlooking the guests entering the Mo. One recurring theme shown in this section is how it's somewhat centered around gluttony and sloth. The only actions they exhibit is to eat with absolutely no regard for anything else. Although Six's hunger is nowhere near a fraction of their cravings, spending more time probably wouldn't do her any good in this environment, as the first sight of her makes the whole guests violent, doing everything they can to devour her. Escaping them was an ordeal, but nevertheless it was doable. Be that as it may, at a cost, as her hunger resurfaces, but this time demands more, to the point that a life is all that could satiate it. Looking at things from a different lens, there are perhaps underlying facets. One of those is seeing as Six is the representation of the innocent mind in the form of a child. Perhaps as the outside world begins to seep further into her, she slowly begins to embody it. Conceivably, seeing as the gnomes are the representation of what once was, she would be able to obtain something of significance, taking into effect that whatever the reason may be, things aren't going well for her. As she traverses along after the exhausting ordeal she had just gone through, things gladly slow down for now. We are led to carefully trace the steps of the lady. Her quarters seem ominous yet perfectly suits her complexion. Her long slender figure is displayed across the mannequins spread throughout the whole manor. But more importantly, you'll slowly realize something peculiar, that all the mirrors that you see are shattered. You'll also witness her combing her hair in front of one. Mirrors are objects, if you will, that reflect one's appearance, and breaking one can imply one's distaste for what they perceive. The lady is a bit unusual in her ways, although her aggression towards you doesn't seem surprising at this point. The moment she gets to pluck you out of the ground, it displays the most sinister scene I've witnessed, as she lifts you up and seems to slowly suck life away from you. Amidst all the chaos, you happen to find yourself in the presence of the only unshattered mirror, which happens to be your weapon against her. When you directly reflect her image at herself, she seems to be extremely agitated and drained, as if showing her true nature, which even to her she finds to be atrocious. As you slowly wear her down and have the final bout, you're once more enveloped by your erratic cravings, but this time, it's made clear who'll be consumed. The final sequence symbolizes Six being one with the world that caused her all her struggles, as she becomes the very tragedy she was fleeing from.